Hey guys, welcome back to another NAE Live. Today joining me I've got Peter Day of Optimized to Convert, which he runs with his brother. He also has a Facebook group, Affiliates Ask Anything. You'll be able to find all the links in the description where you can find them. So Peter, for anyone here who may not know you as an affiliate marketer who specialises in Facebook ads primarily, give us an overview of what exactly it is you and your brother do.
Sure. So first of all, thank you for having me on the podcast.
No worries, pal.
A little bit about, yeah, absolutely. A little bit about ourselves. So we have been doing affiliate marketing for a very long time. I started affiliate marketing when I was 19 years old.
Right.
Yeah, in college, and I'm 29 years old now. So I'm young, but I've still been in the industry for almost 10 years. And we got our start on Facebook and email marketing. And a little bit about ourselves, we've been mostly doing Facebook ads. And not only Facebook ads, but we've been specializing in lead generation. And we'll talk about that more in this interview.
Sure,
but
yeah.
One of the reasons we like lead generation is because we just feel like it's a little bit easier. Like a lot of people have been out there trying to do e-commerce or sell a product. But when it comes to lead generation, you just have to generate leads.
Sure.
And so we're doing lead generation in everything from like refinance, life insurance, car loans, schools, just solar, windows, roofing. Like we're doing lead generation in all these different verticals. And that's been our bread and butter for the last 5 or 6 years.
Excellent, excellent. So what was it initially that turned you on to affiliate marketing and made you realize that that was what you wanted to pursue?
So what turned me on to affiliate marketing was I was always trying to pursue some kind of entrepreneurial thing, but I just didn't have the right mechanism. So when I started, I got involved in a network marketing company in high school, an MLM company,
Right.
and I thought that was going to be the ticket to wealth or riches. And it was kind of difficult, and so I was kind of interested in this type of thing, being my own boss, but I just didn't have the right vehicle. So what happened was I was on YouTube and I was trying to learn how to promote my MLM company. And I happened to come across a lot of different people training on like normal affiliate marketing.
Okay.
And I was just kind of blown away because they were just making a lot more money. Like the people in the MLM company, they were really excited if they were making 10 grand or 20 grand in a month. But then when I saw some of these other people like Ryan Dice and Frank Kern and these big hitters in the internet marketing space, these dudes were not making 10 grand in a month or 20 grand in a month. These dudes were having $1 million launches. These dudes were making over $10 million a year and $200,000 a month. And I just realized that it's like, hold on, this internet thing is a whole different ballpark. I mean, and not only that, I don't have to run around to hotel meetings. When I was doing the MLM thing, I was going to people's houses. I was going to hotel meetings. I was trying to swindle people into joining the MLM. So I got turned on to the normal affiliate space and then started pursuing it.
Right, excellent. So you saw that there was something much bigger out there and wanted a slice of that pie.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed really big. And then I think what also inspired me too is that the people that were succeeding, like they didn't even look like the sharpest tools in the shed. I think something that was inspiring me too is I was watching these YouTube videos, and sometimes these people in these YouTube videos were making all this money, and they just didn't even seem like they knew what they were doing and stuff. You know
Right.
what I mean? I don't want to rip on some of these people, but it's like I was watching this when I was a young kid, like 19 or 20 years old, and these guys are in these YouTube videos with these Ferraris and all these cars, and they just look like I was like, is this real? At first I was a little skeptical, like, is this real? And then I looked into it more, and it's like, it's completely legit. Like, these people are making all this money, and that's what caused us to find a mentor. We can talk about that in a minute, but basically one of our biggest keys to success early on is we actually got trained by like one of these people that were making a lot of money. I'm not going to mention his name because he's not even doing coaching anymore. But that was one of our biggest tickets to actually break through early. Was we got coached by one of these guys that was making millions in CPA affiliate.
So you've mentioned mentoring there, and I know from your blog that you and your brother are both advocates of having mentors, whether paid or seeking out mentors who you can maybe build relationships with. Who has been some of your biggest mentors, if you like?
Yeah, so some of our biggest mentors in the beginning have been some of the very common names like Ryan Dice and Frank Kern, and some of those big names, because those names kind of introduced us to a lot of the fundamentals about just running Facebook ads and fundamentals. We have gotten more like nitty-gritty mentors, and I want to be sensitive mentioning. I'm not going to mention their names because even if I did, it would be pointless, because two of them are just not really doing any kind of coaching anymore. But what we did was, in this industry, there's kind of different levels, right? Like you got the Ryan Dice and you got the Frank Kerns, and you have those type of people that are kind of at the top of the food chain, and those people are doing more like overall internet marketing. Like those people, Frank Kern is not really hustling like affiliate offers on Facebook. Same with right. Those guys are doing more like larger, broader internet marketing. And then you have people like in our industry. So where you can get a really big breakthrough is finding individuals that are actually in our niche. Like our niche is actually doing CPA type of affiliate marketing where you're promoting offers on affiliate networks and doing lead gens and stuff like that. So how we got a mentor was that my brother was following someone on Facebook in our industry that was kind of up and coming. It was a young individual that was just getting some success running some offers on an affiliate network. And he was just kind of posting his results on Facebook. And my brother had this idea. My brother said, man, we've been really struggling. We haven't been able to have a breakthrough. What if we just get trained by this guy? Like maybe this guy will share what he's doing. Maybe this guy will show us some secrets. So we ended up paying some money. I mean, we ended up doing like multiple sessions with this guy. So this guy would always charge like $5,000 or $6,000 for a coaching, but we ended up doing about 2 or 3 sessions with this individual. We probably paid anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 like across the year. And it was really a breakthrough for us because this guy showed us exact campaigns. He literally said like, hey, this is what I'm doing in real estate. Like this is the landing page.
Yeah.
This is the audience. This is the type of ads. This is what I'm doing with like my email list, my segmentation. This is what I'm doing with my Facebook side. Not only is this what I'm doing, but here's where you can actually get the offers. Like he showed us everything. And this coaching was the best investment that we've pretty much ever made so far in our business. Like the investment cost us 10 or 15 grand for this guy's personal coaching. And it was so beneficial that within 1 year, our business over $1 million of revenue that first year after this guy's coaching. So that was probably our biggest thing that kicked off our business about 6 or 7 years ago.
Right, okay. Well, that certainly sounds like it was worth it. Okay, so for transparency, what you guys do with the Facebook ads and affiliate marketing is something that is really not within my wheelhouse, to be honest, and I'm not afraid to admit that. So for someone like myself, say if I wanted to enter into what it is that you do exactly, what sort of advice would you give me to set me on the right path to get there?
Sure. So, okay. So, I hate to be on this webinar kind of pitching our own services, right? Because that's just, I wish I could give everything for free, but it would take a long time, right? Like if I was on this webinar and if I wanted to train on everything from building landing pages, where to find offers, we would literally be doing this live stream probably for the next 3 days. It would probably be like a 3-day, it would be like a 3-day mastermind or something. So I'm going to tell you what you need, and then I'm going to tell you how you can find it. So what you really need to be successful in this affiliate stuff is you definitely need something that is streamlined. Remember how I got our success? We were struggling for our first 2 or 3 years. It wasn't until someone showed us a winning campaign, an actual. It wasn't until someone literally took us by the hand and said, like, "Hey, Peter, this is what I'm doing in real estate. This is what works." And when I say real estate, that's what this guy trained us on. Nowadays, we're doing a lot more than real estate now. I mean, yesterday we launched home security on Facebook. Yesterday, I'm about to launch some life insurance. I mean, we do all these verticals now, but the real estate was like this one thing that he trained on. But so what you need is you ultimately need someone to show you like exactly what to do. And I'm gonna put a little bit of a game plan together to how I believe you can do that, and I'm gonna give you some free resources, and I'll also mention some paid resources if that is for you. So so what I would do first is, again, the reason I'm vouching for myself here is I believe that currently we're one of the only people right now doing this kind of really nitty-gritty training. Like I said, we got the Frank Kerns, we got the Ryan Dices, and they're training on like a more broader internet marketing, right? Like how to run Facebook ads, how to do Google ads, right?
Yeah.
There's very, very, very few people right now actually training on the nitty-gritty CPA marketing space, like how to just grab an affiliate offer from an affiliate network and actually make money with it. So let's talk about some free resources. So first of all, you guys should subscribe to our newsletter. We have an email newsletter, and that email newsletter, we're sending out training for free constantly. So how you can join that newsletter is by going to Optimize to Convert, which is just our home page of our website. And when you get there, there's a big button, and I want to actually give a shout out to you guys over at the SEO side. You guys actually built this site. So kudos to you. And
shouts out to Big Brain Dan.
Yeah, this site is beautiful, and thank you. You guys built this site for us. But so yeah, that's a shout out to your services. If you guys just want some SEO, anyone watching this needs some SEO, needs some websites built. But so you can go to our site, Optimize to Convert. There's a big button that says join our free community. Just put in your email there and you'll be part of our newsletter. We also have a YouTube channel. So if you just go to YouTube and you type in Optimize to Convert, you'll find our channel with over 114 videos right now. And if you go to some of those videos, we have all types of videos, such as how to go full-time in affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
We have videos such as building landing pages, part 1 and 2, different Facebook strategies. And then I'll give you one more resource here, because this is a helpful one.
All links available in the description, by the way, guys.
I'll give you one of our lower ticket. Just because it's lower ticket does not mean it is void of value, though. So we have a case study. So if you go to our site, optimizetoconvert.com, and then you go to our products tab, we have a case study. This case study only costs, let me see, I think this one's literally only priced at $7. So we're basically just giving it out for free. We have a case study, and the case study shows you a winning campaign. So this is a really good way to start understanding what a winning campaign. Now, just to be transparent, this $7 case study, it doesn't show you like 15 winning campaigns or like the secrets to do a $20 million a year business, but this case study does show you a winning affiliate campaign. And if you guys are tremendously more serious and you're like, hey, I have a little bit of a budget, I'm tired of messing around, I'm tired of struggling, we do have a one-on-one coaching. So on our products tab, for $8,500, we have you can do an entire day, like a 9 to 5. You can do an entire day one-on-one coaching with my brother.
Okay.
And that coaching, involves free follow-up as well. So it's not just the day; it's like the day, and then you can get free follow-up with that coaching within reason, right? We don't want you, taking advantage and trying to turn the coaching into like a 2-year. But
So is that coaching along the same sort of lines and structure of the coaching you mentioned before that you had paid for yourselves?
yeah, so that's the point of this coaching. I mean, because that was our big breakthrough, was basically getting so what we're trying to do for people now is offer what this individual offered for us back in the day, and it's actually priced a little bit cheaper than his coaching. I mean, I probably paid 15 grand or something for this other guy's coaching. We wanted to price this as something pretty reasonable for some people might look at it and say, hey, 8,500 is a lot, but other people might look at it and be like, hey, 85 is actually not much at all for personal coaching. So it depends on what lens you look at it. But we wanted to put together something that was really similar to what this individual did for us. So how that personal coaching works is it's an entire day, 9 to 5 day with my brother, and my brother literally takes you by the hand. He shows you at least 3 or 4 winning campaigns that are actually succeeding on Facebook right now. He shows you the offers, where to get them, landing pages, audiences. He shows you Facebook scaling strategies, and then there's free follow-up as well. So if you have questions afterwards, it's not like we're just going to ignore you. We would actually give you free follow-up to that training as well within reason, and work with you longer term on helping your campaigns get successful. So yeah, the whole point of that training is to give back to the community what this individual gave to us about 7 or 8 years ago.
So essentially you're giving people keys to the Ferrari to just really accelerate their learning and their ability to implement what you've taught them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, the training that we got, it was really an accelerator. Like we really failed for a couple of years. We failed for like 2 or 3 years, just trying to get some good income. But the training was like a light switch. I do believe you can probably succeed at some point without what the training does is it speeds up your learning curve, right? Like, do you want to be successful in 2 weeks, or do you want to or do you want to be successful in like 2 years? I think that what the training does is it just speeds up the process. Like, you can probably still succeed somehow without any kind of personal training, but then it might just take longer. You're just watching YouTube after YouTube video, you're like reading everyone's blog, you're trying to piece together this information, and then you still don't know where to actually find really high-end affiliate offers anyway. And it's like, so the training can just accelerate things. Instead of struggling for 2 years, you could potentially get success within like 2 or 3 weeks.
I just want to touch on something actually that you mentioned, because you said that obviously you and your brother struggled for several years before you really came into any success. What was it that kept you going through that period? Because there's a lot of people who get into affiliate marketing who try it out and they only really dip their toe in, and they try it out, it doesn't work first time, and then that's it. Affiliate marketing's a scam, it doesn't work, and so on and so forth. So what was it for you guys that really kept you pushing on to break through that barrier?
Yeah, I mean, trust me, when we got started, I mean, we were in the same boat as a lot of you guys watching this. Like, we tried promoting offers on Max Bounty and different networks, and again, there's nothing wrong with those networks. We know those guys very well, but it's like, man, we just could not get some stuff to work. Like, we tried running a rent-to-own campaign, and like, I remember my brother and I were at college. I remember talking to my brother on the phone. I'm like, man, how does anyone get this to work? It's just like, I tried running all these campaigns, like credit card and rent to own. I tried running all these campaigns on Facebook, and like nothing was remotely making money. What kept driving us to succeed was that I think I've just had kind of like an inbuilt entrepreneurial thing, to be honest, because for me, like, I just never wanted to work for someone else. Like, I was trying to do everything I can. Like, I was trying to do everything I can not to work for someone else. And it didn't help. It didn't help, too. When I was in high school, I got turned on to all these influential people. So it was funny. When I was like 16 years old in high school, I did a sales job. And the sales job introduced me to all of this like personal development stuff. So I got introduced to like Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, who else? The Brian Tracy. I got introduced to all this personal development stuff.
So has that been a big thing for you, like the personal development guys? And do you read a lot of like I don't want to say self-help books, but yeah, self-help books in essence?
The personal development stuff was big for us initially. Now that we are a bit more mature in what we're doing, we have not been sitting around listening to like Brian Tracy and stuff all day. Like in the beginning, I was soaking that stuff up. I mean, it was crazy. Like I would be on an airplane when I was like 19 years old, and I had my headphones on, and it was like 6 hours.
Right. Absolute marathons.
Yeah, just soaking that stuff up, the Robert Kiyosaki. And then I was really learning this mindset of like entrepreneur, be your own boss. And then I just couldn't go back. I'm like, man, like I really want to I don't want to graduate from college and have to just apply for some job and be someone else's like slave and work at an office and commute there. Like I was so opposed to that I'm like, I got to make something work. And again, like I said, I tried the MLM thing. I tried sales jobs. I so wanted to do my own thing. I was even trying to be a musician at some point. When I was in, I actually went to college for music. I went to music school. I was trying to be a professional guitarist because I was just trying to do my own thing. Like I didn't want to be someone else's slave. I wanted to be my own boss, and I was trying everything under the sun to kind of realize that dream. And then it was the affiliate marketing industry that worked for me, because even though I loved the music stuff unfortunately was not making real money. So it's like the affiliate was this perfect fit where it's like I get to be my own boss and it's really lucrative. It's more lucrative than like a ton of other industries.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that, because actually in the background behind me I've got like a couple of my guitars, and I'm currently working towards my music degree.
Are you electric or acoustic?
Electric.
Like
Electric.
Yeah, I did a lot of jazz guitar, actually, mostly electric jazz guitar, and that's awesome. I didn't know we have that commonality. We'll talk about that more just privately, but yeah, man, I did so much guitar.
Yeah, well, before I ever got, because I'm more towards the end of my degree now, so before I got into this, just as a little bit of a tangent, I wanted to become a teacher. Primarily to teach music, so I started doing my music degree, and then I just fell into this. Really, it was by sheer luck that I got into the whole marketing thing.
Yeah, music is awesome. I actually feel like a lot of my music background too has led to success in affiliate, because it's the music is a really creative thing. So I still play guitar. I kind of wish I actually played more now, but I used to be like full-time guitar, but I was doing a lot of jazz guitar, and man, it's improvisation. And I would sit around and like make up crazy songs and solos and scales. And I feel like the creativity of the music has translated a lot to what we're doing in affiliate, because sometimes I sit around and just think about things, even for the affiliate business, that is just outside of the box. I'm like, man, this is a crazy idea that no one's doing. So music and business really are a great fit.
For me, I found that it was the patience, because it takes a lot of patience to learn an instrument to a high level. You know, you can sit there for hours on end with a metronome, and you have to plug away every single day. And I think that's the biggest thing for me that I've taken away from music. Yeah, it's the discipline and the patience to just keep going when you don't want to.
Yeah, I started so young too. I started guitar when I was about 8 or 9 years old, so I had that advantage of kind of learning as like a little kid too. But it's like, I also went to some Berklee College of Music summer programs in Boston, and yeah, I remember being in the practice room for like 12 hours with like the metronome and
Right, we're getting onto a bit of a tangent, so let's bring it back a little bit. You mentioned off camera about COVID-19 and how that may have had a bit of an impact on your business. So If you don't mind, maybe getting into how COVID-19 has impacted your business and what you are doing to turn it back around.
Yeah, so the Corona thing has obviously been quite annoying for a lot of businesses. The fortunate thing is that in the affiliate business, I mean, it's a lot better of a business model than like the amusement parks and the cruise lines. And I mean, there's some businesses that are just getting so hammered that they've just been trying to literally not go bankrupt. But in our business, I mean, in the lead gen business, we did take a few hits. I mean, it was a little bit of like a scare or something. So what happened was when Corona hit in February or March, a lot of clients got a little bit, and I don't want to say a little bit, some of the clients got very worried and they kind of cut back very abruptly. Like we were doing a lot in like car insurance,
Right.
and car insurance, car loan, refinance, even some schools, like some different stuff we were promoting. And Corona hit, and some of these clients freaked out, and they're like, we are not buying any leads right now. Like, we're cutting it off. Like, they went into, like, protective mode. But the thing was, like, a lot of this, like, the car insurance was almost a $20,000 daily campaign for us.
Yeah.
And these people, they just shut it off completely because of Corona. Now, the good thing is that it's been temporary. So we were able to reach out. We've been able to get every single client back. So it all became temporary, but it was like it took a real hit there for our business for like 2 or 3 months, because what happened was a ton of clients just became very like fearful and wanted to kind of cut off the spigot to lead generation. And so it was very annoying too, because we were we were doing some serious revenue too, like in February or March, like right before Corona. I mean, we had $1 million in revenue in that month. Like we were on track. We were on track to like literally be doing multiple 7-figure months. And then the Corona took a little bit of a damper. So now what we're doing now is we're reorganizing. We still we will get back to where we were. This month is looking better. I think we're about like 60 to 70% back to kind of where we were pre-Corona. But what we're doing now is we're just getting more clients, and we're getting new clients, so that this can't happen again. Like I don't want another Corona to come and for the clients to just be like, oh, we don't want to buy leads. So to combat that, we're just getting more clients. So you know what? If Corona goes crazy again in like February, maybe it goes crazy again in February, but hey, maybe we have like 30 more clients or 20 more clients, to combat it. So
have you made like a conscious effort as well to sort of diversify your client base a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know what? So I'm kind of excited about the whole Corona. It sounds weird, but I think the Corona thing is going to be probably the best thing that's ever happened to our business, because it's caused us to build a better business. So first of all, I mean, we have been getting more clients, so diversity of clients, like you said, but we've been getting more clients in the last 2 months than we have gotten in the last 2 years. Like, we have been hustling. And I kind of wish that the mindset and the strategies, what we're doing now, if we had been doing these things like 2 or 3 years ago, it would be ridiculous. We would probably have a $30 to $50 million a year business right now.
They say hindsight's 2020.
But you know what? So the Corona thing has been so bad for a lot of businesses, but we, as an entrepreneur, the only thing you can do is you have to view everything as an opportunity. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to sit around being like depressed or negative about the Corona? If you're an entrepreneur, you have to view things as opportunity. So we're viewing this as an opportunity. We're viewing it as an opportunity to get more clients, more diversified clients. And I'm telling you, we've closed more clients in the past 2 months than in the last 2 years. I think in the last 2 months, we've literally closed almost 45 new clients in the last 2 months. That is more than we've almost ever gotten in the last 2 years. And not only that, we're starting to see the fruit of it. We have 2 or 3 brand new offers, brand new clients, advertisers that are taking off. So it's like it's annoying that the Corona thing took a temporary hit to our business and a lot of businesses, but I'm thankful it happened in the long run though, because just trust me, like the discipline and the aggressiveness of like how we're diversifying and building now is most likely actually going to land us in a better position 2 or 3 years from now than it maybe even would have if the Corona never happened at all. So we're really looking at it as an opportunity to be a better company.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Any setback should be seen as an opportunity to improve or to pivot and go in a separate direction. There's nothing wrong with changing your direction now and then. People get so stuck in their ways that this is what we're doing and we're only going to do it like this. And, in the end, they hit a road bump, and because they're not willing to adapt, the business dies in the end.
Yeah, so you need to improve, you need to adapt, you might need to, like you said, actually head in a different direction. Like if you've been doing a business that has been very difficult, like if you've been like a restaurant owner, but you've also been doing some affiliate marketing on the side, like maybe this is your opportunity to ramp up that affiliate marketing. You know what I mean? So it's like, because there's some businesses that are, I just feel like bad for them, man. There's some businesses that are just like, it's going to take a long time for some things to get resolved in certain travel and entertainment, even the music industry. I mean, it's a scary place for some businesses, but you guys watching this, you're affiliate marketers. So this is you guys are in a great industry, like compared to entertainment, compared to like airlines right now. And I mean, hotel business, restaurants, you guys have the ability to sell anything you want on the internet. You're in an awesome industry. So you guys really, what I recommend for the viewers here is just basically, just take this as seriously as you can, because this is the type of industry that can make you go from zero to hero. I mean, when my brother and I started 7 or 8 years ago, we had like no money. We had like $2,000 or $3,000 net worth combined. Like I had like $2,000 and my brother had $3,000, and then we made like a little bit of money in affiliate marketing, and it was just enough to like pay for this guy's coaching. I mean, we were probably exactly where a lot of you guys are viewing this. And the positive thing is that it's not just some gimmicky story. Like, I mean, you can actually put your heart and soul into this thing. You can take this seriously, and it is the type of business and industry that could take you from having like $3,000 to your name to having $3 million to your name, or whatever it is. It's so, I highly recommend you take this industry seriously, especially in the economic climate that we're in now.
Yeah, I agree. I think affiliate marketing is very much an industry where you totally get out what you put in. If you put everything into it, you're going to see results and you're going to have good things coming to you. So I'm just conscious of the time, so I'm just going to leave you with one last question before we call it a day. And it's a bit of a hypothetical question. If you could go back and see yourself just as you were beginning your journey, what is the number one piece of advice you would give yourself?
All right. Well, I mean, first and foremost, the coaching, it took us 3 years. The coaching that we purchased 3 years into our journey, I mean, I wish we just purchased that on the second day of our journey. That would have sped up the process by 3 years. So that I would have, I would have gotten the coaching almost immediately instead of failing for 3 years and then sucking it up and getting coaching. I would have just got coached right away from someone having success. And then second thing that I would have done as well is I would have like taken advantage more of like winning campaigns. Like we had a few winning campaigns like in the rent to own vertical and stuff. Like we had a few campaigns that were doing like, I don't know, $20,000 or $30,000 a month of like profit. But what I actually wish that I had done was taken those campaigns more seriously, because they were actually really good campaigns. And looking back at it, like what I could have done was I could have scaled harder. Like I could have scaled harder on the Facebook ads, and I could have just like optimized more. And I'm convinced that there's a lot of campaigns that I was doing in the past that I probably could have just been milking harder. Like I could have been taking advantage of winning campaigns. Like instead of some campaigns earning like 20 or 30 grand in a month, like I'm sure that I could have been more aggressive in terms of scaling.
Yeah. Do you think that was maybe a case of playing it safe a little bit back in the day?
Not even. It was naivety. It was we were kind of naive. We were new to affiliate marketing, and we didn't understand that the things won't last forever. So like when we were running this rent to own campaign, we had no idea that like the Facebook cost could get like a little bit more expensive potentially, because that's what ultimately like happened on the rent to own. Like we were succeeding in rent to own for like a couple of years on Facebook, and then the Facebook costs just went up like a little bit, not much. The Facebook cost went up like 25%, but then it made the campaign not work anymore. So it's like we were really naive. Like we didn't realize. So what happened with that campaign? It was making money for a couple of years, and the Facebook cost raised like a tiny amount to where the campaign wasn't working anymore. And then what happened was the person that the advertiser, like the person that owned the rent to own campaign, kind of went out of business or something. So it's like we were really kind of naive, and we were so comfortable in the money. Like we were making like the 30 grand a month, and like we were like blind. We had no idea that it could just like stop working. So it was kind of like we got comfortable and lazy. But here's what I wish we had done. I wish we had just scaled that campaign to the moon. Like instead of $20,000 or $30,000 a month, that rent to own campaign, that could have been $250,000. That could have been $250,000 monthly campaign had I just taken the thing more seriously. And so that's one of my biggest regrets in this industry is number one, not getting coaching faster. I shouldn't have failed for 3 years. I should have just got coached by someone like right away that knew what they were doing personally. And then number two is I should have taken more advantage of the winning campaigns at the time. And now the good news is we've learned that lesson now. Thankfully, we've learned that lesson, and we've had like, I want to call it like revenge on the past mistakes. I mean, we've learned that lesson, and now we've been really, really skilled. I mean, we've had some campaigns that have been 20 or 30 grand a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've learned, we've been there, I call it kind of revenge on those mistakes and stuff, because it's like, so now we have this mindset now that's really aggressive. So what we do now is when we have a winning campaign right now, we literally sit around and think, how can we make the most possible on this thing? Like, let's say we have a mortgage campaign that's working. We are literally doing, my brother and I are doing phone calls. We're writing like notes on a chalkboard, and we're like, how can we maximize this thing? Like, how can we scale this to where it can't even be scaled anymore? Like we've totally learned our lesson in that regards, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, Peter, sounds like you're living in a mad affiliate laboratory.
It's really funny. One of our family friends calls me the mad scientist.
Oh man. Well, I wish you every success, mate, and I'm really happy that you've came on. I've enjoyed chatting with you. Just as a reminder, just for anybody watching, where can they find you? Yeah,
optimize to convert. And remember, really do subscribe to the newsletter though, because you're not going to be disappointed. We have an autoresponder in place. So when you subscribe, you're going to get some free training for the first like week or two, kind of right off the bat. So they go to optimizetoconvert.com, and then the big blue button that says join our free community. You just enter your email there, and you're added to our newsletter. And that's how you get in our whole free training newsletter and stuff.
Excellent. Happy days. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Peter, for joining us. Take care and have a good day.
Thank you so much. You too.